Could you talk just about the special connection that you had fighting for that ball when they were trying to just let it roll out, and you found McGrath just right behind you trailing? Just talk about that chemistry and the extra work for that goal.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the reasons I came back here. He's a good friend. One of my favorite people I've met playing soccer. I think the connections starts off the field and then on the field. I know he's going to be in the box. If I can get it in the box, he has a good eye for the goal and sniffs it out really well.
And do you feel Damian Barker John tonight? Just he showed those flashes that people were really excited about when y'all signed him. Just where do you see him kind of progressing when he gets that confidence too out there?
Yeah, I mean, you see flashes of it every game. I think tonight was his best game. 2 goals. He's as good as he wants to be, and he'll go as far as he wants to go. He's a really good player. On his day, he can really open up games for us, and score goals and be really dangerous. He's very important for us.
Then preparing for maybe one of the biggest games in club history, just with the round of 32, and you get to host, be the first time to host the MLS team in a non-friendly. Just what's the mindset and just the the opportunity for you guys to really put something great on display too.
Yeah, I think it's a huge opportunity for the players as well as the fans to see the level, and I'm sure we'll pack Finley out. We don't have much to lose, so like, why not us mentality, right? I mean, um, it's soccer; anything can happen. Obviously they're really, really, really good players, and we have a big game on our hands. But if we come out and do the right things, hopefully we can get it done.
Three goals for y'all tonight. How much more comfortable do you feel like this offense is as this season rolls on?
Yeah, I mean, the hardest thing to do in soccer is score goals. So just getting the connection right. We got a bunch of new players. It's not going to click right away. I know everyone wants it to, but it's not realistic. Yeah, so we just keep doing, try to do the right things, and again, players like Damien, Alex, all of our wingers, forwards, they're good enough to score goals and beat players and be really dangerous for us.
What pleased you most about the win tonight, the performance too?
Um, just people getting on the score sheet. I think, again, I think it's good to get Dame off the mark. Damian Barker John. Alex is always going to be there. Defense played strong, and some new faces came in. Luke's been hurt the last few matches, so it's good to get him back in the mix. He'll be really helpful for us. So, you know, tough goal to give up is what it is. But yeah, I mean, it's a good to get 3 points and climb the table.
And are some of your favorite moments when you do get to go up against like the MLS sides? And I know a lot of times it's like in the preseason, but just talk about what that means to get that chance in the Open Cup to play an MLS team for you.
Yeah, it's a big chance. I mean, everyone in our locker room wants to be in their locker room at the end of the day. So it's good to show individually in these games. And yet we have the players to do it, like I've mentioned. But we have to be, team first mentality, and if we're that, our players will shine, and hopefully, good things happen.
Could you talk? It seemed like a really complete performance today. Just allowing that late goal, but it seemed like defense was on top of things for
Mhm.
a long part, and then you guys created really well, and Damien excelled today. Just talk about everything kind of coming together tonight.
Yeah, and I lost my voice a bit. I was screaming a bunch, but almost a complete performance. Thought there were some really good moments, a lot of bright spots tonight. Damon had a outstanding performance. I thought for the most part we dominated the game. Small moments and some individual, not necessarily mistakes, but just off on the timing a bit, kind of cost us space and led to that their goal. So yeah, I thought there were a lot of good things tonight. The guys created again tons of chances, allowed too many chances in my opinion. I felt Eldon had to make too many saves, but I mean obviously he's making the saves, which is a good thing. So now we have to go back to the drawing board and we have to clean up on those things. But for the most part, we met the objective. 3 points at home in front of our fans, multiple goals scored, and that's what the game is all about.
Was it fitting for the guys with 100 career appearances to get a goal like that, where it's just both of them kind of going all out for a ball that kind of the other team was just thinking it was going to go out
Yeah,
on?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, those guys are fantastic, and 100 appearance, and obviously Alex got to get them a goal tonight. I think, yeah, that's definitely fitting, and there's many more to come. So I'm looking forward to the next 100 or so. I hope.
And then just for Wednesday's game, you guys go into that like with confidence against Atlanta. I know last preseason was a cool moment beating them here, and then you get to welcome them back in one of the biggest games that this club's ever appeared in. And just talk about the chances to make even more history for the club.
Yeah, I think obviously last preseason was a good moment for the club. Again, preseason games you don't weigh them too much because it's preseason. Those teams are coming off 2 weeks of training and they're essentially in second gear. But it's always good to have that for the fans. Now we're now in a competitive game. It's win or go home. I would say probably the biggest game for the club and for the city coming up on Wednesday. And so, yeah, we're looking to go out and for us, the main objective is to win the game. So now we have to go get our guys recovered. Um, come back tomorrow. We train and we have a regen session to then prepare for the game on Wednesday.
Do you feel like your guys, like when they're at their best too, are really close to that level too? What y'all will go up against? Like, do they have the confidence too, and just their ability to play with those guys that are at the top of the league too?
Yeah, I mean that's the beautiful thing about football, right? It's a opportunity for the club and for these guys to showcase. It's what they all have been dreaming about since they were kids. Now they get the opportunity to go out and actually, compete and to prove that they belong at that level. So the beautiful thing about football, the best team that shows up and execute on the day wins the game. And so we intend to prepare to go into the game to be competitive and to come out on top.
3 goals tonight. Just how much more comfortable is this offense feeling it as the season goes along?
Something we worked on this week was, to be a little bit more dynamic in our play. And I thought the guys showed that tonight. Obviously, Damon, his threat on goal. So I think it was a good showing for him tonight. He was checking into half space like we worked on throughout the week. He was making runs in behind with the ball at his feet. It's almost impossible to defend him when he's going at speed, and he definitely showed that tonight. So for us, we wanted to come in to be a little bit more dynamic. That's kind of the next step for us this season, not just to have the ability to score goals going in behind directly, but that indirect play, combination play, so on and so forth. So I thought the guys did a good job executing tonight. Obviously, it didn't come off all the time, but the times that the guys did, they were very threatening and looked really good going forward.
And Barker John is dominant left-footed, or does he? Is that? Do you see him use his right a lot too?
I,
Or
I think you'll have to ask him on the day. Depends on what he's feeling.
yeah,
He show up one day, it's all right foot. He show up one day, it's left foot, and then the next day it's both. So no, he's a very good footballer. He's good with both feet. Yeah. To this day, I still don't know what's his dominant foot. So yeah, which is a good problem.
true.
Yeah.
And then just on tonight, just what pleased you the most, do you think, from tonight's performance?
Yeah, I think in the first half, we kind of struggled a little bit. I felt we sat in too much. Um, we didn't necessarily put the intensity in the press that we wanted to. So we made some adjustment the second half, and then the guys went out and executed, and then obviously got 2 goals. And so I think what pleased me the most was that obviously scoring multiple goals, but creating high volume of chances. And for the most part, I think we did well defensively. I would like for us to keep the clean sheet. It's never perfect in football, but I always want more. Um, but yeah, for me, 3 points at home, scoring multiple goals, And for the most part, a dominant performance from the guys was what impressed me the most.
You can't really ask for better preparation than 3 wins at home in a row going into Wednesday, right?
Yeah, I mean, for me to win a championship, you have to win your home games and take points on the road. And so obviously we didn't have the greatest start to the season, dropping the home opener, but the guys have responded extremely well since then and taking care of business at home and taking points for the most part on the road. So yeah, I would like to continue on that trend. Obviously Wednesday at home again. We'd like to come and the goal is to win that game. And then we travel to go on the road on Saturday, so we'll have to take care of our guys here. So there is a lot of man management that will need to happen. I'm going into Wednesday, and then after Wednesday as well, going into next Saturday.
Lastly, you know all about recovery and how important that is, of course. But what kind of headspace do you want your guys to get into for Wednesday? What's going to be important in these days leading up?
Yeah, I mean, we have this training session tomorrow. Will be regen, just active recovery for the guys that played the bulk of the minutes, and then for the ones that didn't, just a little top up session to get us something before we go into the game on Wednesday. Um, I want the guys to go in the game feeling prepared, to trust in the preparation, and also to go in feeling like they're ready for the moment as well. So I think we've been through a lot and have done a lot in the last 8 or 9 weeks, and this group has come a long way, and they're more together than they were in a few weeks, a few weeks ago. And so I want them to come feeling prepared, feeling ready for the moment and for the opportunity, and then at the end of the day just seize the moment, seize the opportunity that is presented to us on Wednesday.